On the 9th of October, I decided to shut down my SMMA and launch my coaching program. I like to have at least certainty in my actions so that I can move with purpose. I know when I have complete certainty and conviction in whatever I've ever done in my life, I've been able to move heaven and earth to get the result I want. As I made a decision that I've felt right to me going in the coaching space, there were so many things that wasn't really clear on how I was going to deliver. So I literally sat in a place of limbo for 4 or 5 days. I was creating content, but something just didn't feel right. So this is what I did. I reached out to 3 existing coaching clients that was on Done For You agency side, and I reached out to 3 or 4 coaches that were in my network through social media. I wanted to do what I would advise someone if they were starting over, which is don't assume you have all the answers. Go and speak to your ideal fit future buyers and find out exactly what they're going through. So that's what I did. I interviewed 7 coaches, and main 3 things that I wanted to identify was really where their pain was. Pain is the biggest driver for taking action, 9 times out of 10. If you can hit home on someone's pain points and really where they're at and how to avoid it, how to escape it, that's really where you can make someone act. What specifically is it that you are aiming to achieve with your coaching business? Is it a revenue goal? What is your dream outcome? And it was, most of them said 30 or 50K. Tick that box. Okay, cool. That's doable. The next was, what do you hate about the current services or what's out there for you at the minute? Common theme here was group coaching programs packaged as something they're not. It's either packaged of one-to-one and you have to sit on group calls with your hand up waiting for an answer, or group coaching calls where you can't get that feedback loop, that support when you have a question. That was one of the biggest ones. The other big pain point was working with agencies that have a huge fee, don't have the skills, the expertise to do it yourself just yet, but you can't pay a huge agency fee to scale your business, but you have the offer, you're making sales, and it's just this limbo place of not sure what to do. For me, that was enough. Like, as soon as I had that solved, and those 2, I knew I can coach people through that space, right? Best funnel I've done is at least £30 million now. This is me telling you, I was having a bit of imposter syndrome here. I was going down a rabbit hole of, I'm going to create these course modules, I'm going to create this, I'm going to create that, I've got all these templates. And I was like, actually, I could just talk to someone, walk them through one-to-one how to scale to 30K, easy. So 2 things that I got, clarity and conviction in me being able to help, but also the language, the pain points, the emotional attachments to where they're at. I got all of that. That's going to fuel my messaging. In this video, I'm going to show you how I then went on to create my offer and my messaging so that you can do the same. And there is a difference. Let's break it down. Your messaging is the bridge. Your messaging is what connects their emotions and their pain to your offer. It's what actually causes them to act. It allows them to get to your offer. A lot of people focus on offers, but we're in an offer economy, yeah? There's offers, guarantees everywhere. Don't focus just on your offer. To have effective messaging, you have to tap into emotions, because emotions are what drive action. I challenge you, don't just jump to running a fancy offer. Go and do some audience research. Go and interview some old clients. Go and network with existing clients. Go to a Facebook group where your audience hang out and look at all the questions that they're asking. Head over to Answer the Public. Type in a pain point that your audience would ask. You're going to come up with tons and tons of ideas about where your current audience is at. You really want to spend time understanding this. I spent 3 days. When you've got a good idea of this, you want to define your offer. The way you want to create your offer is just using one simple statement. Just use this template. I help niche, which should just be a shout out to who that audience is, to desired outcome by using X method. So here's my one. I help coaches scale to 50K per month by building a personal brand on Instagram and using a credibility funnel. Make sure you steal this template and give it a go. Next is the absolute gold. Now you're going to empathy map. So you're going to take all the research that you've got. Now you're going to list down 10 challenges or frustrations that your audience have. Next to every single challenge, I want you to write a sentence on how your offer helps them solve it. Most people skip this step, and what they do is they just go off and start creating content and go, yay, I've got the pain points, let's run. Let's create ads, let's go. No, don't do that. Now we're going to really dive into emotion. And this is how your content actually starts to land with people as opposed to just going over people's head. Empathy mapping is like stepping into your customer's shoes and feeling what they're actually going through so that you can communicate in their language and help them with your messaging. Let me explain how it works. Divide a piece of paper into 4 sections: thinking, feeling, seeing, and doing. Now, based on the research that you've done and the pain points, I want you to write down all of the ideas that you have in each section. So for example, one of mine would be, are you feeling really overwhelmed every time you open Ads Manager to run an ad? You know ads can help you scale your business, but you just feel completely overwhelmed with what to press, what to run, what objectives. Another example might be, do you sometimes think, what are my ads agency actually up to? They just come back to me with some really metrics about leads, but I don't care about leads. I'm still having calls with poor quality clients. You start actually speaking at where they're at in their journey as opposed to speaking at them. The alternative, if you just had a pain point, hey, are you sick of working with agencies? It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna land. You're not meeting them where they're at in their journey, right? So once you've got your offer, then you've got the challenge, the pain points. Now you've got the emotions. What you want to do is now put your spice on top. Yes, you need all of the offers and the messaging, but really it's about your beliefs and your values that's going to connect with them. Go, that's the girl for me. I want to work with them. So I want you to actually break down, what is it you stand for? What is it you stand against? What are your values? What are your non-negotiables? Doesn't even have to be in business. It could be life. What goes against the mainstream? What is everybody saying that you should be doing and you're going to say something different? Make sure you write down as many core beliefs and values that you possibly can. This can't be made up. This actually has to be true to yourself. You can't fake this. Here's one of mine. I truly believe most coaches that want to charge high ticket are full of because they want to charge high ticket, but they're not even high value. They just want to charge people through the roof because they want to make money, not because they want to provide exponential value. The value they provide is tiny, but they want to charge big amounts. Nonsense. When you piece these things together, you can start talking about your offer and align it with your messaging to start hitting home in content on VSLs, on YouTube videos, on sales calls. The messaging is going to literally cut through the and resonate with your customer or your audience exactly where they are in their journey. So for example, I help coaches scale to 50K a month, not by outreach or spammy DMing. I help it by building a personal brand that gives genuine value. Like, that's going to resonate with the person that's sick of doing DMs and know that they should be on camera building trust. And the last step to the whole puzzle is emotional hooks. When someone comes in contact with your brand, it might be a piece of content, it might be an ad, it might be an email. What do you want your audience to feel when they engage with you? And the way I like to look at this is in questions. Questions are great because it sparks curiosity. It makes them think. Sometimes it's better to actually just start with an emotional hook. And that looks like this. Are you tired of ads agencies promising you the world, but delivering 0 results? Right, that is going to speak to people that are working with an agency who are sick and tired of not knowing where they're at with the ads agency. If you start mapping all of this out, your content will improve, your selling will improve, your ads will improve, your emails will improve, because you'll actually understand at a deeper level where your customer and your audience are at. So guys, that's how I created my offer and messaging. And now there's no excuse for me to not go out and start selling. So next week when I do an update, I haven't made any sales. I'm going to start the video by doing 20 burpees and be sweating my ass off. That would be my punishment. That being said, if you want my template that I created for all of my clients I'm going to have on my own coaching program that I went through myself, drop me a DM on Instagram and I will share you the exact template, even with the plug and play statement, so you can literally just swap out the words for mine and you can start using it for your coaching business. Peace out.